You ever stop and wonder what really shapes your reality? What's the actual difference between success and failure? Or why some people seem so full of joy and others are just miserable? Well, today, we're going to unlock a treasure chest of power that honestly most people don't even know they have. A power that's just sitting there right inside your own mind.
I mean, these are the huge questions in life, right? I think we've all asked ourselves this stuff. Why do people's lives go in such wildly different directions, even when they seem to start out in kind of the same place? Well, it turns out the answers aren't out there in our circumstances. They're actually a whole lot closer to home. So, what is this master secret? Well, here's the kicker. It's not some complicated formula or something you have to buy. It's a genuine, miracle-working power that's buried deep inside your own mind, and specifically, your subconscious. This is the engine room, the thing that is creating your destiny second by second.
All right, so if we're going to learn how to use this power, we first have to meet the team we're working with. See, you've got one mind, but it has two very distinct, very different parts.
Okay, the absolute best way to get this is to think of a ship. Your conscious mind, that's the part you're using right now to listen to me, is the captain on the bridge. It's looking out, making decisions, giving the orders. But your subconscious mind? That's the huge crew down in the engine room. And here's the thing. They don't question the orders, they just do them. They don't care if the captain's orders are going to lead you to a beautiful tropical island or straight into an iceberg. They just follow the commands that you give them with your everyday thoughts and beliefs.
Or, hey, let's try another way to look at it. Your subconscious is like a plot of incredibly fertile soil. It's totally neutral. It has no preferences. It'll grow beautiful, amazing seeds of success and confidence just as easily as it'll grow weeds of fear and doubt. The thing that really matters, the big takeaway here, is realizing that you are the gardener. You're the one planting those seeds with every single thought you have.
Okay, so a garden that grows anything we plant. Got it. But just how powerful are we talking about here? Let's take a look at the sheer scale of its influence over your daily life. It's kind of mind-blowing.
Get this, 95%. Let that sink in for a second. 95% of your day, how you brush your teeth, how you react when someone cuts you off in traffic, your gut feelings, your automatic habits, is run by programs on autopilot. It's all just happening in the background, completely directed by your subconscious mind.
So what's this autopilot doing? Well, it's the giant library for all your emotions and memories. It's what keeps your heart beating and your lungs breathing while you're fast asleep. And crucially, it has this thing called a homeostatic impulse. Its job is to keep you consistent with who you've been. That's why breaking a bad habit feels so hard. You're literally fighting your own programming that's trying to keep you in your comfort zone. But here's the amazing part. Underneath all that, its deepest primary instinct is always towards life, towards healing, and towards growth.
So if 95% of our life is run by these programs, the million-dollar question is, how do we become the programmer? How do we get in there and write some new code for our own minds? And the good news is, it's actually way more straightforward than you probably think.
You can really break it down into 4 simple steps. First, you have to recognize the program you want to change. You got to spot that limiting thought or habit that's holding you back. Second, you just let it go. You consciously decide, okay, I'm done with this. Step 3, that's the fun part. You set a new intention. You get clear on what you do want. And finally, step 4, you impress this new idea, this new command onto your subconscious. You give a new order to the engine room.
So let's get practical. The first technique is so simple it's almost genius. It's specifically designed to sneak past that argumentative, logical part of your brain.
The brilliance here is how it gets around your own inner critic. You know what I mean? If you're broke and you say, I am a millionaire, your conscious mind just screams back, no you're not. Look at your bank account. It creates conflict. But by simply repeating powerful, simple words like wealth or success, you totally bypass that argument. You're planting the idea, and even more important, you're generating the feeling of wealth. And it's that feeling that the subconscious understands and starts to make real.
Okay, our second technique is all about timing. It takes advantage of this perfect little window of opportunity when your subconscious is basically sitting there with the doors wide open, ready for new instructions.
Those few moments right before you fall asleep, they're pure gold. Your conscious mind, that watchman at the gate, is getting tired. It's off duty. This is the perfect time to slip a new message past it. All you do is get into that sleepy, relaxed state, and you just quietly repeat your desire, almost like a lullaby to yourself. You're not forcing it, you're not stressing about it, you're just gently impressing the idea, feeling what it would feel like to have it as you drift off into sleep.
So, we've seen that we all have this incredible built-in power. We've got a captain and a crew. We've got a gardener and a garden. The only real question left is, what are we going to do with it?
When you boil it all down, it comes back to this one simple, incredibly powerful truth. The quality of the thoughts you plant determines the quality of the life you live. You are always planting seeds, your subconscious is always growing them, and your reality, right now, is the harvest.
The most important thing to remember is that this power isn't something you need to go out and get. You already have it. You've been using it every single second of your life, even if you didn't realize it. The only difference now is that you know how to be the one in charge. You know how to direct it consciously. So the only question left is, what will you choose to plant today?